All right, you haven't gotten any walnut pieces yet. You haven't gotten, some of you got cherry. You know, some people have more cherry than others. It's all a personal preference of what you want. If you feel like you want more pieces of darker colors and whatnot to break it up, that's fine. If you feel like you want yours to be more just maple, I'm fine with that as well. You kind of pick your poison. We have walnut that we haven't really used yet, but yeah. So you guys plan accordingly. If you want some walnut pieces, let me know. You can't make one that's entirely walnut, but one cutting board, you could have up to like 3, possibly 4 pieces for these individual strips that would be darker colored. If you guys, you can stay there, Miles. Here are just some examples. I'm showing you this just to kind of give you an idea of what the look would be. This is maple, maple, and maple. That's maple. This one is cherry. This is walnut and walnut, okay? So these are the dark walnut pieces. You kind of pick your look that you want, which brings us to this. You've got a cutting board that's gonna look like this, and it's multiple strips this way, okay? You need to assemble it in a manner that you're happy. Where Nathan's at right now, he's good. Please back up. Where Nathan's at right now, if he wants to proceed, he's good to go. But if you got walnut pieces in here and you want to kind of jockey them around and position them how you want, so that this gives you kind of a randomness look, how this piece of walnut isn't over here so that it's not perfectly balanced. It gives that randomness look. I think that looks better, but that's a personal preference. Some people like it very balanced. The tricky part is this strip and this strip aren't exactly the same like width. So you have to kind of play that out in your mind too, that you're gonna end up at 10 inches when really you're shooting right now for over about 10 1/4, okay? So you're looking for 10 1/4 to about 10 1/2 when you glue together. And here's what I'm gonna talk about. You're gonna push these pieces tight together. You're gonna look for any imperfections between pieces. That's what this step is all about. Position these, let's just say that these two were walnut, okay? These are the two burnt looking pieces, okay? We'll just call them walnut for now. And say Nathan wanted to put it there, wanted to put this one here, just to kind of break up that color pattern and just kind of give a little bit of contrast, fine. If he wanted to bring a cherry piece or two in here, he could slide that in wherever. Then he's gonna push them tight. Now, he's not gonna use a clamp. You're not gonna use a clamp. You're simply pushing it with a little gentle pressure. I'm looking for any gapping, like major gaps in between my pieces. Okay, so now let's just make believe, yep, you're good with that. Here's your, I'm gonna illustrate it on here because I don't wanna mark up his pieces. But in essence, what you're gonna do is, some people like to take a ruler. Other people, they're fine with just doing it by hand. You're fine by hand. I like to take a straight edge of some kind, whether that's a ruler or whatever, push from one end, kind of flush up one end or the other, push them tight again. You could take a straight edge right across here, or you can simply draw a line across. One line relatively square, one line at an angle, okay? So if this was Nathan's piece, he's got his multiple pieces like this, okay? He's gonna draw one line here, okay? He's gonna draw one line at an angle. Then he's gonna come back and number them. And then he's set. And on one of them, if it was me, I would write my name on it right away. That's gonna be one less thing that you gotta write on it when you're actually gluing it. Got it? I'm not gonna show the gluing process yet. Some of you have already glued in here, but this will take a few minutes to do, and then you'll be able to proceed with gluing on Tuesday when we're back in class. Questions? Got it.